Good day, students. Welcome to Mathgotserved.com. In this clip, we're going to be going over section 3.3a of our virtual geometry text on triangles. We're going to be looking at how to use the exterior angle theorem to solve problems. So we're going to be looking at problems such as the one that we have presented here, where you want to solve for x given an exterior angular measure as an algebraic expression and two interior angles, opposite angles. Do not forget, we have 4 practice problems at the end of this presentation for you to try out to demonstrate mastery of what we covered in this tutorial. Don't forget, you can gain the entire course for Algebra 1, Geometry, Algebra 2, Pre-Calc and Calc in the links in the description below. Alright, before we get started with some practice problems, let's go over what the exterior angle theorem is. So the exterior angle theorem basically states that the exterior angle of a triangle, so in this diagram we have right here, angle 3 right here is your exterior angle, okay? So the exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of the two opposite interior angles. So what are the two opposite interior angles? The two opposite interior angles are angles 1 and 2. You can see they're opposite this angle right here. Okay, so as a result of that, we can set up the equation that we have right here relating the three angles. Measure of angle 3, the exterior angle, is equal to measure of angle 1 plus measure of angle 2, the two opposite interior angles. So this is the exterior angle theorem. All right. If you would like to gain access to all the must-know geometry vocab, theorems, and formulas, just visit our website at mathgotserved.com under geometry, and you can gain access to that information. Alrighty, the instructions for the examples that we're working on is as follows. We are to solve for x in the given diagrams. All right, so for question number 1, let's say we have this is x right here, and this is 63 degrees, and this is 132 degrees. All right, so let's go ahead and solve for x in this scenario right here. So to solve for x, we're going to use our exterior angle theorem. Okay, so what's the exterior angle theorem? It just basically tells us that the exterior angle is the sum of the two interior opposite angles. So x plus 63, these are the two interior angles. Their sum is equal to the exterior angle 132. All right, so we're now going to solve this resulting algebraic equation using the properties of equality. So to get x isolated, which is the goal, we'll just simply subtract 63 from both sides of the equation. And then when we do that, we're going to end up with x is equal to, and then you can borrow one here, 12, 9. 12 minus 6 is 6. X, the measure of this angle right here, is 69 degrees. Okay, so that's the answer to question number 1. Let's take a look at another example, number 2. Let's say we have 49 degrees here, and this is 71 degrees. And let's say this exterior angle here is unknown. Let's call that x. So based on the exterior angle theorem, what equation can we write? The sum of these two is equal to this exterior angle right here. Okay, so 71 plus 49 is equal to your exterior angle. So these are the two interior opposite angles. Your sum is equal to the exterior angle. So we'll just simply add both of them together. 71 plus 49 is equal to 120 degrees. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the measure of angle x. Alrighty, let's take a look at question number 3. So for question 3, let's say the exterior angle is the algebraic expression 11x plus 12. And then this angle right here is 6x plus 19. And this angle right here is 53 degrees. And we're to solve for x. Okay, this one is a little bit more algebraically intensive. So let's set up our equation using the exterior angle theorem. So in this case, these two angles are the interior opposite angles relative to this exterior angle right there. So when we add them, 6x plus 19 plus 53 is equal to 11x plus 12. All right, so we have this resulting algebraic equation with variables on both sides. So we're going to go ahead and isolate x. Let's simplify the left side of the equation, 6x. Like terms, 19 and 53. If you add them up, you will have 72 equals 11x plus 12. Okay, so we want all the x's on the left side and the numbers, the constants on the right. So to get 11x to the left, or how about we do this? Since this variable is bigger, we'll move it to the right. Okay, so let's move 6x to the right. I want to skip a step, make it one step easier. So move the smaller variable to the right, and then move the constant to the left, so subtract 12 from both sides of the equation. Do the opposite operation as we learned in Algebra 1. Solving equations with variables on both sides. Okay, so what do we have here? This is gone. 72 minus 12 is 60 equals 11x minus 6. You subtract, you get 5x. And then to finish it off, you just divide both sides by 5. And we get the value of x. X is equal to 60 over 5 is 12. All right, I didn't specify what we're to do in this particular problem. So in number 3 also we're to solve for x. All right, okay. Now let's take a look at problem number 4. So in number 4, we're gonna find the measure of angle CDE. So we gotta be careful here in this particular problem. We're actually looking for the measure of an angle. All right, so it's a multi-step process here. So let's say this angle here is 4x plus 7, and this is 12x. So we're not just solving for x, we're going to solve for x and then the measure of angle CDE. Alrighty? So let's outline our steps so we don't lose track of what we're doing. So our steps are as follows. Number 1, you're going to find x using the exterior angle theorem. And then number 2, you use x to find the measure of angle CDE. So we're writing it out so we don't forget. Okay? All right, so let's do part 1. Part 1, we want to find x is just like what we did in number 3. All right? So we're going to use the exterior angle theorem to set up our equation. So the sum of these two angles here, the interior opposite angles, is equal to the exterior angle. So this angle that's here is 90 degrees, alrighty? So we have 4x plus 7. That angle plus the other interior opposite angle, 90, is equal to 12x plus 1. All right, let's go ahead and solve that. So on the left side, you notice there are like terms that can be combined. These two constants can be combined. So we have 4x plus 97 is equal to 12x plus 1. All right, so let's get x isolated. So all the terms with x's, let's put it on the right. So subtract 4x from both sides. You can put it on the left if you want, but I like to keep my variables positive to save, yeah. Okay, so just subtract 4x from both sides, and then 1, we want to move to the left. We'll do the inverse operation, subtract 1. And then we combine downwards. 97 minus 1 is 96. 96 is equal to 8x. All right. And now we are going to proceed to get x isolated. To do that, we just divide both sides by 8. Divide by 8. Alrighty, and then we get x equals what? X is 96 divided by 8 is 12. Is this our answer, ladies and gentlemen? No, you gotta be careful here. We just did step 1, which is to find x. Now we need to do step 2, which is to find the measure of angle CDE. Alright, so we want to find the measure of angle CDE. Alright, so all we just do is substitute what we know into the unknown. Alright, so the measure of angle CDE from what was given is 4x plus 7. So we're just going to take this 12 that we found and do what with it? Substitute it in the x position. Okay, so if we do that, the measure of angle CDE is going to be 4 times 12 plus 7. 4 times 12 is 48 plus 7. That gives us the final answer. The measure of angle CDE is 55 degrees. So that's the answer to number 4. Now that we're done with this, we're now going to give you an opportunity to try out 4 practice problems so that we can know how well you've mastered the contents of this presentation. Alrighty, now it's your turn for some practice problems. So for question numbers 1 to 3, the task is to solve for x, as we did. And then for number 4, the task is to find the measure of angle B in this setup. So let's say this is C, B, A, and this is point D. Okay, so what I would like you to do at this time, go ahead and pause this video presentation. When you're done, click on the playback button, and we're going to reveal what the correct answers are. So number 2, I didn't put the x. X should be right here. Bam. Alrighty, welcome back. Hopefully you had a chance to try out these practice problems. Let's take a look at what the correct answers are. For number 1, the correct answer is 30 degrees. Number 2, x is 60 degrees. Number 3, x is the value 7. And then number 4, the measure of angle B is 60 degrees. So how well did you do in these practice problems? Let's know what your score is in the comment section below. And if you have any questions or clarifications on these practice problems or what we went on in this presentation. Thanks for taking the time to watch this tutorial. If you found the contents helpful in your studies of geometry, to give us a thumbs up. Your positive feedback is very important to us. Do not forget to subscribe to our channel for updates to other presentations such as this. Tons of support resources to help you master geometry can be found at Mathgotserved.com. Do check it out. Thanks again for watching and have a wonderful day. Goodbye.